As the time draws nearer for us to return to school, I think a lot of teachers are feeling anxious and overwhelmed, and so this video is just to try and create some positivity, some hope and some encouragement for our teachers. I think it is important to remember that when we go back to school, our students will be looking to us. They want to see us as being calm. They want to see us as actually supporting the principal and head of department's decisions on how the school is going to operate. We need to be one voice and one unit as a staff so that our children feel very safe and secure to be back at school. We also need to be their role models in terms of our hygiene habits. We need to be wearing our masks all the time. We need to be washing our hands regularly and encouraging them to do the same. We also need to be very diligent about sanitizing and disinfecting. If our students see us taking this seriously, they will want to do the same. We really need to encourage this behavior in our students and tell them that they are contributing meaningfully and responsibly to society. The reality is that things are going to look a little bit different, but we will get used to it. I would also encourage us to talk to our students about everything, talk about it all. It is real, it is happening, we need to acknowledge it and help our students process it. Let them share their lockdown experiences with you. Ask them what they miss about normal everyday life. Something that I want to do with my class is get every child to write down something that they want to do when everything is safe again. It can be something simple, it can be something extravagant, and on this little piece of paper they will write down their little aspiration, and then we can put it in a nice jar and keep that jar visible in the classroom. And this will really help build hope and lift spirits. Something else that you can do for your students is to write each student a little note or a letter, just encouraging them, letting them know that you're there for them. And this may seem like a daunting task and it might take you forever, but it is so worth it to see the smiles on their faces. And yeah, some children won't care at all, but it really means a lot for some of them. Just knowing that someone cares about these children is really what they need. When we go back, we are going to need to make sure that our students' hands are sanitized on entry and exit of our classroom. We are going to need to disinfect surfaces very regularly. We're going to have to make sure that they're always wearing their masks and that they're maintaining social distancing. Now, all of this is a lot more responsibility that is added to our plates as teachers. One of my favorite quotes is that a done something is better than a perfect nothing. So yes, we might be feeling overwhelmed by everything that we need to do, and we might actually be tempted to then not do anything at all. And this is not helpful. Do what you can when you can. If you forget to disinfect a desk after a class has been there, it's okay. Take a breath and move on from it. But the point is that we need to carry on trying, and we need to just try and make this work as best as we can without becoming despondent. Now, having said all that, we're going to be constantly sanitizing and disinfecting, and it can be easy to cultivate a culture of fear, and we really need to be careful of that. All of this information is being shoved in their faces all the time by social media and news and us, and we mustn't make light of the issue. It is serious and it shouldn't be treated lightly. But we need to make our students feel safe at the end of the day. And we help them feel safe by giving them accurate information and practical and realistic steps that they can follow to help create this ethos of safety and security. Having all of these things in place and being clear about what is expected of our students is going to give them peace of mind. We should create a culture of being well-informed, level-headed, and responsible. Now, when we go back, our first inclination might be to shove as much work as we can down our students' throats because we are now behind. And it's so tempting to do that because we as teachers are stressed, there is pressure from the department, but honestly, the mental health of our students right now is so much more important. Some of them have had very traumatic lockdown experiences. Some of them are feeling very frazzled or unsure or anxious Some of them are feeling really burnt out from online learning. It's our job as their teachers to be their pillars of support while we guide them through the work that still needs to be covered. They need to feel emotionally supported while we simultaneously cover all the syllabus. Now, just a reminder, in case you've forgotten, you are great at what you do. Don't let any of the mistakes that you might have made during online teaching put you off of the whole online learning experience. It was new for everyone, and you'll be surprised at how forgiving and understanding your students are. I think we are so used to this pressure of being the one in the room who knows the most and has all the answers and always has it all together. And honestly, students can see right through that. And often they are more receptive, and you can build better relationships with students if you just admit to being human and allow them to teach you something or work at figuring it out together. No one is expecting you to be an expert at online teaching after all of this, or being a professional at fixing technological problems. I do think it is important that we embrace this jump into online learning. It might be a good idea to spend a few lessons familiarizing our students with online learning platforms so that you can incorporate it into your teaching going forward. There are so many wonderful tools and programs right at our fingertips, and we should be using them to enhance our lessons. Let's use all these resources to our advantage and use this time to really develop that skill. Remember that these kids have missed you. They have missed your face, your voice, your reassurance, your funny key phrases that you say all the time. Now more than ever is your opportunity to remind them that your classroom is a safe space for them. We have a tough job ahead of us as we go back to school and learn how to be professional disinfectants, social distance officers, and more of a support system for these children than we usually are, all while continuing our teaching. But we can do it. If I've learned anything about teachers over this lockdown period, it is that we are incredibly adaptable, flexible, and very creative. So let's embrace this as best we can. Good luck!